Hello everyone, welcome to Professional IAS. I hope that you are doing well. Today we are studying the scheme number 3 mentioned under the budget document of 2024 to 2025. As you already know that we are doing Government of India scheme series in which we have already completed the Manrega scheme and the second scheme that we have completed, which is also there in the post on the YouTube channel, that is National Social Assistance Program. The third scheme which is mentioned under the budget document is scheme for development of minorities. That is what is given. All the details of the scheme will be there in this particular image, and when more features of the schemes I will be telling, the images will change, so you can have the complete data from the image. So you can pause and you can write it, and along with that you can have a explanation of it also. Okay. Now, when we see the schemes for development of minorities, this is a very updated information mentioned, or you can say that present in the PIB website, government website, and updated till July 2023. So the Government of India, with regard to the welfare of minorities, which are 6 in number, Muslims are the largest minorities in our country, followed by Sikhs. Then we have Christians, then we have Buddhism, nothing but Baud, Jainism. The sixth community, minority community that we are having is Zoroastrians, also called as Parsis. So we are having 6 minorities. So the third scheme in the interim budget 2024 to 2025 mentioned as scheme for the development of minorities. So these schemes, whatever we are going to discuss, will be benefiting all these 6 communities. This is very important. It is not exclusively for Muslims. You have to remember this point. Whenever we talk about minorities, whenever we talk about a scheme with regard to minority or a program, it is for all the 6 minorities, right? So Government of India has classified the welfare programs for the minorities in 3 important categories. You can look in the image. The first one is educational empowerment schemes we are having. The second one is employment and economic empowerment scheme we are having. The third one we are having special schemes, and the fourth one we are having infrastructure development scheme. Very, very important. Education, economic, special schemes, and infrastructure development schemes. So these 4 categories of schemes are actually running at this point of time for the welfare of minorities. So if you look in the image, within the educational scheme, we are having pre-metric scholarship, post-metric scholarship, merit based means scholarship is also there. Merit cum means based scholarship is also there. So basically, these scholarship schemes has been launched way back in 1970s on the agenda of 15-point program for the welfare of minorities. Okay, in 1970s, during the period of Indira Gandhi ji, this 15-point program has been launched for the development of minorities. This point you have to remember. So from that year onwards, these particular schemes like merit cum means schemes has been running. In that, pre-metric is there before 10th class. Okay, the students will be getting what? Scholarship. Scholarship for maintenance, scholarship for rent, means money, financial assistance will be given to the students. And these particular schemes, all the schemes are not applicable to all the people or all the population groups under the minorities. So within the minorities, those who are weak, those who are socially backward, they can only avail this scheme. So a income criteria is given. A household which is having less than 1 lakh rupees of income per annum, that particular households are actually covered under this particular schemes in the majority of these schemes. That's why if suppose I am also minority, but my income is more than 1 lakh per annum, so I cannot take the benefit of these schemes. Remember this point. So within the minority, only those sections of society, those population which are economically deprived, which are having very, very low incomes, which are educationally backward, they will only be assisted under these schemes. So the first category of schemes you can say in the image is educational empowerment scheme. Under it, pre-metric is there, post-metric is there, merit come based means scholarship is there. Pre-metric means less than 10th class. The student will be getting maintenance allowances, student will be getting stationery allowances, student will be getting what transportation allowances, student will be getting what residential allowances, all that will be borne by the government. Post metric is nothing but after you pass the 10th class, again you will get a scholarship, basically to increase enrollment. Like government is funding your studies, government is helping out you to upkeep yourself, to maintain your education, government is taking care of your finances of some part of your education, then definitely you will continue your education or not. Yes. So that is why pre-metric is over, post-metric is also very similar. But the thing is that if you want post-metric scholarship, you have to definitely have some income criteria of the household is anyhow there. You should also pass with some percentage of marks, 50% of marks you should pass. Then it will be applicable. Another one is merit come based means scholarship. You have to be a merit student. Merit is not like 99% you should get. Even if you get 50% above also, you will be getting what lump sum amount of money also when you complete your studies, so that you can again go for higher studies. So with regard to empower education among the minorities, economically weaker section, these three schemes has been launched.
Now, apart from that, you also have two important schemes which I have not mentioned there, but let us discuss that one also. So, we are having Prado Pradesh. So, the first scheme here, if you are taking an education loan to study abroad, nothing but to study in the foreign countries, like you want to go to Germany or USA to do your masters, MPhil or PhD. So, whatever the loan you have taken, on that loan you have to pay interest, right? That interest will be shared by the government, so you don't have to pay the full interest. Some part of the interest will be borne by the government, so that is why it is called as interest subsidy. So then you also have Naya Savera. It is nothing but free coaching and allied schemes which aim to enhance skill and knowledge of the students and candidates from minority communities where total annual family income is less than 6 lakhs to get employment in education or public sector, jobs in the private sector, admissions in reputed institutions, in technical professional courses at undergraduate or postgraduate. So the household income limit should be less than 6 lakhs, and you will be getting what free coaching with regard to if you're preparing for UPSC, if you're preparing for TSPSC or any of the state public service commission banking examination, or if you want to go into TCS or Wipro, then you have to also get that mathematics training, okay, aptitude training. So apart, and not only for that particular coachings, but also if you wanted to write entrance examinations with regard to CAT, with regard to IIT admissions, then also you have to take coaching or not for the undergraduate levels, for the PG graduate levels. So if you're writing the entrance test also, for that also you require coaching or not. Yes. So basically all coachings, okay, which are required for individual for getting into a job or getting into getting or writing the entrance test. For that purpose, this Naya Savera has been launched.
Now the second category of scheme, if you see, we are having economic and employment empowerment scheme. Economic and employment empowerment scheme, remember this point. Under it we are having Pradhan Mantri Virasat Ka Samvardhan Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Virasat Ka Samvardhan Yojana. Okay. Basically, this is a scheme which is having many features. Under this scheme, the minority youth will be what men, women, youth will be what trained in one particular skill. Maybe DTP, maybe stenography, maybe you can say mehendi designing, maybe you can say Corel Draw learning, maybe you can say video editing, maybe the skill will be imparted in case of what stitching, designing, okay, branding, like that. Skilling will be given to the youth of minority. Entrepreneurship skills also will be given, how to start the business, what are the various areas that you have to look into or you have to focus if you want to start the business, who will give you the finance, where you can market your products, where you can sell your products, okay, how to manage the employees, what are the important labor code rules that you have to follow if you are an entrepreneur, And the last one is leadership skill, being how you can become a leader, how you can motivate your workforce, how you can motivate your labor force, okay, how you can be authoritative, how you can discharge your functions in your office being an entrepreneur. That's why under PM Pradhan Mantri Virasat Ka Samvardhan Yojana, skilling is given, entrepreneurship training is also given, and leadership training is also given. Under this particular scheme, special emphasis is there on the women entrepreneurs. Okay, special emphasis is there on the women who want to start a business. Whatever the business is, no problem. If you are starting a Shirkuma store or a online kitchen also on Swiggy and Zomato, no problem at all. Okay, it is nothing but a scheme that will basically empower the women entrepreneurs. Okay, and here nearly about 2 lakh women, minority women, like from Christian community, Muslim community, Jain community, 2 lakh women will be given 60 hours of leadership training. How to become a leader, what components, how should you have, you used to have a personality, how to pitch for the investment, all that training will be given. Okay, out of 2 lakh women who are getting the leadership training, 1 lakh will undergo another 100 hours of entrepreneurship training, and under it 10,000 will be given 240 hours of more training so that they should become a business correspondent. Business correspondent is nothing but, if I want to start a business, I will look on the Google that how can I start my business. So a company names will come. This company will call me and say, sir, you are actually typing, so we saw that you are searching for how to start the business. Okay, so those companies which actually help us to set up our business, they are called as business correspondents. So some women, youth women of the minorities will also be trained so that they will also become what? Business correspondents. And we call them as biz sakhis. Business sakhi means business friends. So some are given leadership qualities, some are given what entrepreneurship abilities, some are given the skills to become a business correspondent. This is all about Pradhan Mantri Virasat Ka Samvardhan Yojana. Okay. Then we are having National Minorities Development and Financial Corporation. National Minority Development and Financial Corporation. So this is a nationwide working organization for the development of what? Minorities, by giving a financial assistance. Okay, under this particular National Minority Finance Development and Finance Corporation, it is a central government of India body. Okay, works under the Ministry of Minorities only. Basically, this particular body will implement giving educational loans to the students. If you want the education loans, if you are studying in India, up to 5 lakh, up to 20 lakh rupees of education loans will be given under this particular, by this corporation to you, if you are studying in India. But if you are want to study in abroad, the corporation will sanction 30 lakh rupees for your total course. So National Minority Development and Finance Corporation basically implements the educational loan scheme for the minorities. If you are studying in India, 20 lakhs will be given to you for the total course. If you are studying in abroad, you will be getting what? 30 lakh rupees for 4 years or 5 years, whatever the eligibility criteria is there. So first component that we have learned all about education empowerment. Second component is about economic and employment. In economic and employment, we are having Pradhan Mantri Virasat Ka Samvardhan Yojana and National Minorities Development and Finance Corporation is over. Now the third component, if you see in the scheme, is special schemes. Special schemes are nothing but exclusive for one particular minority. For example, we are having here Jio Parsi is there. Jio Parsi scheme is there. Jio Parsi scheme was launched by the government of India in 2013 to 14. Basically, the idea was very simple. The Parsi population in our country is coming down, is declining. Less than 1 lakh it has become at this point of time. So we want to reverse this trend. We want to make sure that the Parsi population should not become more declining and there should be only few left in our country. We should not have that situation. That is the reason government is implementing Geo-Parsi scheme, under which government is giving lot of medical financial assistance, health financial assistance, advocacy component. So many other scheme benefits are there, with the help of which the Parsi community can can increase their population, and that's how they can sustain their population and they can flourish. Okay, so that is about Geo-Parsi scheme. Launched in the year 2013 to 14 only for the Parsis, specially designed to reverse the declining trend of population of Parsi community. Okay, under its special schemes, one more we are having Qawmi Waqf Board Taraqqiyati Scheme, QWBTS, and we also have Sahari Waqf Sampatti Vikas Yojana. Sahari Waqf Sampatti Vikas Yojana. So the first one you are having in the image, you can see here the first one, Qawmi Waqf Board Taraqqiyati Scheme. Nothing but this is a scheme for the computerization of Waqf land. That's all. Scheme for the computerization of Waqf land. Waqf lands are those lands which are given in the name of Allah for the charitable and the religious purpose. Suppose I die, I have a property, I can donate this land to the Waqf Board. Waqf Board can use it for the making of a madrasa or a masjid or any other facility which is commonly beneficial to the Muslim community. That lands are called as Waqf lands. So Waqf here, Qawmi Waqf Board Tariqati scheme is there, no? It is basically how many Waqf lands are there in our country. Lot of them are being encroached by a lot of landlords and the rowdy sheeters, etc., so on and so forth. So government want to computerize the land records. So that's why this particular scheme, Qawmi Tariqati scheme of Waqf land, is basically computerization of land records. Another scheme you can see, that is Sahari Waqf Sampatti Vikas Yojana. Sahari Waqf Sampatti Vikas Yojana is nothing but the Waqf land. Suppose that the Waqf land is in Hyderabad, okay, or in UP or wherever it is. So this Waqf land, government, the Waqf Board will auction this land. Auctioning is nothing but if can anyone come forward and can develop this land commercially. So I will go, you will go, everyone will go and will say that we will build a here multiplex, or we will build a here shopping complex, or we will build a here Raitu Bazaar. So we can develop that empty land and we can commercially develop it and we can generate income. So whatever the empty Waqf lands are there can be taken by the people. Commercially we can develop, we can pay them the rent. So the rent whatever they will get, with the help of that rent they will again implement a lot of schemes for the welfare of Muslim community. That is called as what? Sahari Waqf Sampatti Vikas Yojana. One more important portal has been created under this particular scheme, that is WAPIS, Waqf Asset Management Project Information System, WAPIS, WAPIS. So WAPIS portal is nothing but where all the Waqf related transactions, grievances, auctioning, tenders, you name any services from the Waqf, all that Waqf services will be done with the help of this portal called as WAPIS portal. Okay, now the last one we are having, infrastructure development scheme. For the development of infrastructure in minority concentration areas, the areas of our country where you are having what? More minority population. Like if you see in Delhi, old Delhi is there. If you see in Hyderabad and Secunderabad, Hyderabad old city is having more Muslim population. If you see in Maharashtra, you are having Muhammad Ali Road. If you see in UP, you are having Lucknow. So okay, there are some areas are there where you are having minority concentration areas, MCAs we say. Basically in minorities, larger communities, only Muslim here. So for the development of infrastructure in these particular minority concentration areas, wherever minorities are more in number, government will give basic necessities, basic amenities will be provided to them. A good drainage system will be there, a good roads will be laid, electric poles will be there, a water tank will be established, street lights will be laid, a flyover will be laid. That development of basic amenities or giving of provisioning of basic amenities to these minority concentration areas. So this scheme was launched, Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karyakram. Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karyakram, it is a program for the development of infrastructure, basic infrastructure in minority concentration areas. Okay, so with this, I have completed all the schemes, all the programs for the development of minorities, which are 6 in number. Thanks a lot for hearing to me. Have a nice day ahead, and also do share to your friends who are preparing for the examination. Also to anyone who wanted to be a part of like knowing general awareness also. Bye bye. Take care.